Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for deciding to click on today's video. We are going to be trying out makeup products from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup using only products from the dollar store. I'm super curious to see how this is going to turn out. So if you guys are ready to watch me do this dollar store makeup challenge, go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I hit up my local dollar store and I picked up everything I would need for a full face. We have foundation, we have concealer, I even have lashes. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. I have to say that like the foundation shades and everything looking really off, so I'm curious to see how this is gonna turn out. Today's video is also going to be in partnership with Moda Brushes. You guys know that they chose me as their Moda Maven for the month of December. So what that means is that I got to be featured on their website, and they also upped my coupon code with them. So for the entire month of December, you guys can receive 20% off their brushes. I thought this would be a great time to use their brushes in this video because they are super affordable. You can find them at Walmart on modabrushes.com. So I'm gonna be using all of my favorite brushes here from Moda. I'm also featuring on their website my favorite brush set from them, which is this one right here. This is the deluxe gift set. So inside of this one you get 6 different brushes. So you get 2 different face brushes, 2 paddle brushes, and then also 2 eye brushes. This one is my favorite. The metallic line is one of my favorites from them. So in this video I am only going to be using their brushes along with all of the dollar store makeup. That way we are fully affordable. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. So I do already have my brows on because I could not find a brow product at the dollar store, so that is going to be the only thing that we are using that is not going to be from the dollar stores. I already did put on my brows. I've also already moisturized. So this was our option for the foundation. This is called the Liquid Makeup, and the shade that I thought would match me best is Creamy Beige. There wasn't really a whole lot of options when it came to the shades of the foundation, so I'm hoping this will work. So here's what it looks like. It's just called the Liquid Makeup. I'm slightly concerned that this is going to be super orange, so we will see. Oh my gosh. This is so thick. Can you guys see how thick this is? This is literally so thick. Do you guys see this? Like, oh my god, this is going to be bad. I already know. Okay, so I'm going to be using the foundation brush from that set from Moda. So I'm actually going to mix this up a little. This shade is going to be so off. And just apply it to my face first, and then we'll blend it out. So we're gonna make sure that we're definitely running this down our neck because obviously the shade is gonna be quite orange on me. So we're definitely gonna have to make sure we blend this out pretty much everywhere. All right, so we're just gonna use that foundation brush to blend this in. Actually, that shade doesn't look too awful. I'm kind of surprised because it looked really, really orange when we first applied it, but it's actually blending out pretty decent. It does still have that really strong scent to it, so there's that. I feel like the coverage on this is definitely very light. It's not too awful though. So let's work it down the neck. It feels very sticky though. Like it feels really thick on the skin. Like I almost feel like my neck is like stiff in a way. So we are going to add a little bit more, I think, to just give us a little bit more coverage where we need it, because I do feel like that wasn't very much coverage. All right, so we're just gonna blend out where we added a little bit extra, and then we're gonna go in with our concealer. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the LA Colors concealer. This is a buildable coverage concealer, and this one is in the shade Nude. We're definitely looking very orange. This is definitely oxidizing, and look at our neck. Like, look at how splotchy this is. I'm gonna have to reapply some to our neck because we're looking pretty crazy. I went in with so many pumps of this at this point. I'm gonna use a sponge, I think, just to go over my neck, see if that helps at all. But it's kind of just like really splotchy, especially on my face, like over here. But hopefully when we add the powder, that will help. So I'm just gonna go in with this concealer. It's definitely a small applicator, so it's kind of hard to get any of the product out. This applicator feels actually really rough as well. So I'm guessing it's probably gonna dry down pretty quickly. We'll see. I'm gonna try to apply a decent amount, and then I'm just gonna blend it out with my sponge. I'm also gonna drag it onto my eyes just to act as an eyeshadow base. So it actually gave us decent coverage. I'm not super mad at this concealer. Actually, it works okay. The applicator is annoying because it's so small. I feel like we're having to dip in a lot of times, but the actual coverage on this side actually looks decent. So I normally would set my eyes with like a translucent powder. They did not have that, but they had this press powder. So I'm gonna use this to set my entire face and then also set my under eyes. So hopefully this will work for that. This color also looks a little bit lighter, so maybe that'll help since we're looking pretty orange. Look at how splotchy this is though. Can you guys see this? It's almost like it's like disappearing as we continue. What is happening? So I'm gonna use this big powder brush from Moda first, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set my entire face and hope that this helps, and then we'll go ahead and set our under eyes. I feel like the powder is helping a little bit just to kind of smooth it all out. You guys can see like right here, it's still definitely like fading and doing a lot of weird things, like separating a lot. So I'm definitely thinking that foundation is not gonna be a new favorite of mine. Okay, so next up we're gonna move on to bronzer and blush. So the bronzer that they had was this powder blush. They didn't really have any bronzing shades at my dollar store, so I actually just bought like a deeper, it says it's for highlighting the cheeks, but it's a deeper shade, so I'm probably just gonna use this one as my bronzer. So there's what that shade looks like. It's definitely very glittery. Let me swatch this. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be pretty golden, so we'll see. It definitely looks like a highlight though. We'll see how it looks as bronzer on the skin. I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna go in with my multi-use powder brush from Moda Brushes and see if we can't use this as a bronzer. It's just gonna be like more of a luminous bronzer, so I'm gonna go ahead and attempt. It's definitely looking very glittery, but that's okay because I couldn't find a highlight, so hopefully this will just give us like more of a luminous looking bronze. I'm hoping once we bronze up the skin we'll look a little better here. This definitely isn't the best bronzer, but it's okay. It's a little bit too luminous because it's meant to be a blush, like I said, but it's not the worst. I feel like it just kind of gives us like a little bit of glowiness. All right, so now we're gonna move on to blush. So we're gonna go into this luminous blush right here. I'm gonna be going in with the Diffuser brush from Moda Brushes. This is part of their metallic line, and I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. We are definitely looking super, super glowy, adding that glowy bronzer, and now this blush is very glowy. So it's kind of funny that I was worried about not having a highlight because I feel like our face looks very, very shiny right now. All right, so now that our base is pretty much done, I definitely think that helped with making the foundation look a little better. Obviously, our neck is still having issues, but we can always fix that later. I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow. So we have this Color Mattes eyeshadow palette right here, and I thought this one was pretty. There was quite a few different eyeshadow palettes that I could have chose from, but I liked this one because it had like the purples and then also the blues. So I'm thinking we might play with the blues. So there's the inside of the palette. Definitely looks like all of the pans have a bit of shimmer in them, but I feel like a lot of times with like drugstore eyeshadows, they always look like they have shimmer in them, and then when you apply them on the eyes, like not so much. So we'll see if that's the case here. So I think to start out the look, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here, and I'm going to be using the crease brush. This is from the BMX line from Moda, and this one is the 430. And I am going to attempt to apply this. I can definitely see shimmer on the brush, so we'll see how this goes. It's definitely very shimmery. This is gonna be such a glowy look. We're just gonna look nice and shiny. I'm just gonna apply this all over the crease as our like transition shade. All right, so I'm gonna move on to this first shade right here. It's a little bit deeper than that shade. And with the same brush, I am going to apply this also into my crease. All right, so now with the BMX shade brush, I'm gonna go into this purple shade right here and hope that this one looks decent on the lid. I think this color is really pretty. So I wanna just pack this onto my lid. And then we're gonna go in with some blues, I think, afterwards. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush and try to blend that out a little bit. So I wanna go into the blue shade, and I'm actually just gonna pick that up on my finger. I'm gonna blow off the excess and apply that all over the lid. This one actually looks really pretty. I'm actually surprised at how pigmented that one is. I actually kind of wish I would have just found like a matte palette, but when I was looking, I didn't see any palettes that had any matte shades in them. They were all just like shimmer palettes. I wish I could have maybe even found maybe like a matte blush or something we could have used, because I feel like this blue shade's really pretty. If only we'd had like a matte here in the crease, I think it would be nice. We have so much glitter on our face right now though. I can just see like this right here is like all glitter, lighting up my pores. So I'm gonna go into this winged eyeliner brush, and I'm actually gonna go into this deeper purple shade right here, and I'm just gonna work that onto our lower lash line. So now we're gonna move on to some winged eyeliner. This is the Ultra Fine Tip Liquid Eyeliner, again from LA Colors. And we're gonna try this one out. So I'm guessing it has, it has a brush applicator. I hate brush applicators. I was hoping it was one of those like other applicators, like the felt tip ones. So I'm nervous about this, but let's give it a try. I'm gonna try to take the most of the product off the brush. And I'm gonna start here at the bottom. We'll see if we can create a wing here. This one actually isn't working half bad. I'm kind of surprised because these brushes normally drive me crazy, but it's actually working decent. We'll see how it dries down, but so far I think that's actually a pretty decent wing. All right, so we got our second wing done, and that was actually pretty easy as well. And now I'm going to apply some lashes. I'm really nervous about these lashes because they look a little scary. So these are the Sassy Chic Fashion eyelashes, and if you guys do not know, like cheap eyelashes are the worst. I remember like the e.l.f. ones, like trying to put those ones on, and they were so bad and so flimsy. So here's what they look like out of the box. I'm really curious to see how these are gonna look on the eyes. So it does actually come with a little glue. I'm gonna try and use the glue that it comes with as well. So I'm gonna pull these off. Probably gonna have to trim them a bit because they look pretty long. This glue straight up smells like chemicals. It smells so bad. I'm slightly concerned that I'm putting this on my eyes. All right, so I let it dry a second, so I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to apply these lashes. I kind of feel like they're like poking. Can you even really tell a difference? Not really. These are very, very natural, like minuscule lashes, but I feel like they're really like poking my eye because they're so stiff. All right, so they are both on. I feel like it's really hard to get them to stick on the inner corners because of how like stiff the actual band is. I'm having trouble getting them to stay in the inner corners. They're kind of like wanting to lift a bit. So I did buy some mascara. So again, LA Colors, this is the Lengthen and Extend Mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of that over top of the false lashes, and then also apply some to our lower lashes. Now we've got our mascara on. These lashes are definitely struggling, like they are definitely lifting, like I said, a ton. And that glue isn't really sticking very well, but we are going to move on to the lips finally. So the lip product is the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer. This was the only lip product that wasn't like a stick that wasn't like pink that they had, and I didn't really want to do a pink lip, so I thought maybe a burgundy lip would look better. I don't know that it's gonna look good with this bright blue eye, but we'll see. All right, so let's give this lip a try. I'm not sure if this is meant to be like a gloss or a liquid lip, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm guessing like a gloss with it saying a lacquer. I kind of like the color of the shade. This is definitely an interesting look we're doing here. I don't even know how to explain this smell right now. It just smells really, really nasty. Okay, this is definitely a vampy, bright little burgundy look here. These lashes are just not wanting to cooperate at all. This one is like fully completely lifted, but this is our finished makeup look using all of the Dollar Tree makeup. And I think this lip just kind of put it over the edge as if it wasn't a bit much already. Our face is looking like a disco ball. Literally, we are so shiny all over our entire face. All right, so getting into my final thoughts on the Dollar Tree makeup. The products that I didn't think were that bad were the liquid eyeliner. Actually, I thought that worked really well. It still looks really black, and it was really easy to apply, so I actually kind of liked that. Also, the other thing that I actually liked was the blush. I thought the blush was really pretty, although it's super glowy. I think if I didn't have the glowy bronzer on underneath it, it would actually look pretty decent. This lip is very weird. It's very like glossy, but it feels really sticky at the same time. It's very odd combination. The eyeshadow palette wasn't horrible. I definitely think this blue is very pigmented. Obviously, if it had like mattes in there, I feel like this would be a better look if we had like some matte in the crease. I didn't think the eyeshadow palette was that bad. The foundation, however, is like really patchy and obviously not the right shade for me, but you can tell it's just like breaking apart. It did look a little bit better after we applied the powder, but I definitely don't think you should run out and get that anytime soon. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video trying out products from the Dollar Tree and doing a full face with the makeup from the Dollar Tree. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section. I will have all of the brushes that I used from Moda linked down below as well. If you guys are interested, like I said, you can use my coupon code makeupmolly on the Moda site for 20% off any of these affordable brushes. Thank you so much to Moda for partnering with me on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, friends.